Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the Shook book tag. This is a tag where you pick 5 books that have crippled you emotionally. So I was tagged by A.G Macdonald, so thank you for that tag. Each letter of the word shook is like part of a different thing that's like crippled you emotionally. It made more sense when we get started, so this is like my second time trying to record this. I did record the entire thing and my camera was out of focus, so hopefully it'll go alright this time. I hope you enjoy and let's get started. So S stands for Stupefied. That is a book which you loved but lost its mojo by the end. I'm going to have to go with Mockingjay. I love the first two Hunger Games book. I liked the majority of Mockingjay, I thought it was great, and then everything kind of went downhill after Primrose dies. Now, I don't hate sad endings. I get when they're appropriate, but in this book it just didn't work for me. I think after Primrose died, everything just kind of went downhill. Like, you've got Gale apparently was responsible for killing Primrose because he set off the bombs. And then you get the poor people trying to reinstate the Hunger Games for the rich, so they know better than them. And then you get the epilogue, and the epilogue is just Katniss. She's depressed, she hates life, she has 2 kids who she hates. She's married to Peter, and she just hates everything. And I was like, I hate this ending. I don't even want to talk too much about it, because I actually despise this ending. And I know I'm not alone, a lot of people hate this ending as well. So, I don't want to talk anymore about this ending. I'll go on a massive 5-minute rant about how much I hate it, but just... The book was fine up until Primrose died, and Primrose dying was fine, but everything that happened after that was just so poor and awful, and I hate it. So yeah, Mockingjay definitely lost its mojo like that. As soon as Primrose dies, just straight downhill. I hate this ending so much. Kind of the main reason I've never read the series again. But we're going to get into the next letter, because it's a good book which I actually like talking about. So H stands for Heartbroken. It is a book which broke your heart. Now, I read this in English class, so I think you probably got a good idea of what I'm talking about. Of Mice and Men. This is a story about 2 men in the Great Depression, and they're looking for work. One's called George and one's called Lenny. And Lenny's quite a big guy. He's a bit of a gentle giant, and he's got special needs. And George kind of looked after him. And they end up getting a job on a farm, I think it is. Sorry, it's been several years since I've read it. If I'm slightly off about some details. And they work there for a while. And Lenny loves the animals there. He loves petting the rabbits. He loves petting the animals. And towards the end of it, I can't remember exactly what happens. I think he's dancing with the boss's daughter, and I think when they're dancing, he either crushes her, like he smothers her, or he breaks her neck. I can't remember exactly. And George finds out about this, and Lenny doesn't realise what he's done, so they try and escape, because when the boss finds out, he's going to send a mob after him to kill him. So they end up trying to run away, but obviously the boss is hunting them down. So when they say they wanted to get like a house together, they say they want to get in a house, and they're going to tend the rabbits there, and they're going to live happily ever after. So George gets Lenny to look out into a big field. He's just think about tending the rabbits, and think about the big house we're gonna have. And it's just so devastating because you know what's gonna happen. And he pulls out a gun, and while Lenny's talking about the rabbits, he shoots him in the back of the head as a mercy kill. Because if he didn't kill him, then the boss was gonna kill him slowly, and it was gonna be pretty painful. And luckily, Lenny doesn't realise how he died. It's very quick, it's very painless, and it's just emotionally crippling. Because he didn't deserve it, he didn't deserve to die. It was an accident, but things happen. And this book completely crippled my English class. I think it was year 9 or year 10, and everyone in the class was just like, oh, wow. No one saw the ending coming. It was heartbreaking, and I'm 23 now, and I'm still not over it. So O stands for Obsessed. It's a book you're obsessed with, even though it pokes in your heartstrings every time. I'm going to have to go with A Storm of Swords by George R. Martin. This is the 3rd book in A Song of Ice and Fire, or Game of Thrones as it's more commonly known nowadays. And you know which bit I'm talking about, The Red Wedding. I remember the first time I read this, I was sat on my bed, I was reading on my phone like this, I had the ebook, and I was reading through it. I didn't, Katniss keeps saying, there's something up, there's... Katniss? And I imagine everyone probably knows what this scene is that I'm talking about. Yes, it's none other than The Red Wedding. I imagine everyone's either seen this in Game of Thrones or read it, but I read it before it aired on TV. And oh my, I did not see it coming. I knew in book 3 something big happened that I thought it would be at the end. I didn't realise it happened halfway through. And I love Rob, so Rob dying was just heartbreaking. I didn't like Cat that much, but I still didn't hate her enough that I wanted her to die. And he's kind of left out of the TV show, but there's a bit in the book where Arya gets hit on the head with an axe by the Hound, and he hits her to knock her out to save her. But in the book, you've seen this from Arya's point of view, so you don't see that he's trying to save her. She just says she gets hit with an axe. I was fuming. I wouldn't read the book for 2 weeks after this. I thought Arya was dead, and I was absolutely livid. I was still distraught over the Red Wedding, and now I thought Arya was dead too. I was like, no, I'm done with this series. I hate it. But about 2 weeks later, I picked it back up again, found out Arya was alive, and I finished the rest of the series. But yeah, this book, The Red Wedding, hurts every time I see it or read it, but it's an absolutely fantastic book and I love it. So O stands for Overloaded. The book I'm going to talk about is A Cellar by Richard Lehman. And this is kind of a horror mystery book. There's a small town and the characters go to investigate this weird like creature that's been apparently killing people in the night. And the book's kind of a mystery as it goes on. It is a horror book though, so if you don't like horror, do not pick it up. And towards the end, you get attached to these characters as the book goes on, and the ending is just disgusting. It's horrible, it's graphic, it's vile, and it made me feel sick. I don't really want to say what it is because it's that horrible, but if you like disgusting horror, you're gonna like this ending. But I don't even want to talk about it. When I finished it, I was just like, wow, I'm like overwhelmed and overloaded with disgust and shock. Like, I didn't expect what happened to Aaron, and it was completely disgusting and horrific, and I've never read anything like it since, and I probably wouldn't read anything like it again. The book's really good, but it's a really good book, but I didn't realise how graphic it was going to get, and it's really graphic, it's really disgusting, and it completely like overloaded my senses, like with horror and disgust. If you're after a really gritty, disgusting horror book, go check it out. If not, you definitely want to make a pass on this one. So K stands for Kaput. It's a book which left you broken. I'm going to have to go with Malazan Book 3, Memories of Ice. I'm not going to spoil this because I don't think that many people have read it, and I absolutely adore this series, so I will not spoil what happens. But basically, halfway through the book, you get this big battle scene, and it's one of the best battle scenes I've ever read. And when you're halfway through a book, and you think, wow, this is one of the best battle scenes ever, and you know you've been building up to this big battle at the end, you know the final battle is going to be good, and my god, it is. So I'm not going to spoil what happens in this final battle, but basically there's probably about 4 or 5 points of view all taking place, and you get all these like different stories kind of like interconnecting and coming together for the big like conclusion. And there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of magic, and it's just a brilliant battle. It's very, very long, it's very action-packed, and there's a lot of story development. It's not just about the action, it makes it great. It's like there's that much stuff going on with the characters involved that makes it really great. It's very sad, it's very emotional, and it's also very action-packed. Like, emotions are all over the place. So it's kind of hard for me to explain how great this book is. I absolutely love it. But like by the end of it, everything comes together. You get so many like plot points concluding and more plot points opening up, and everything about this book just shook me to my core by the time I finished it. I finished it, I was just blown away. Like, I haven't felt about this from a series since I think The Song of Ice and Fire, and I read that years ago. And when I read that, I was like, I've blown away completely. And after I finished book 3 of Malazan, I was like, wow, I know I've found my new addiction. I love this series as much as The Song of Ice and Fire. If you haven't checked out Malazan, I'll be doing a beginner's guide in the future, so stay tuned for that. So anyway, that was a Shook book tag. Thank you, A.G Macdonald, for tagging me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I don't actually have anyone to tag in this, so I tag you, whoever's watching this. Please, if you've made a video on it, let me know, and I'll go check it out. Leave me a comment below if you've done this tag. I really want to see it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and this is JJ Goodman, over and out.